their needs and wants, and that you...
Hi.
I have a question. I have a question.
Can you consent real quick? You consent to being filmed? I just need you to
Hi,
consent.
I'm Nicole. I'm consenting to this interview.
Go ahead, ask your
I
question.
have a question for you.
Please, go ahead.
What do you mean by that question of how does a woman act?
Basically, I'm saying, I'm trying to challenge the idea that maybe there's like a general idea that a lot of women want to be treated a certain way, and that's why they have that expression, know how to treat a woman. But
Do you believe in heterosexual relationships?
I believe in all different types of relationships, even same-sex ones, of course, all different types. But yeah, let me ask you this: do you think generalizing is okay to do in relationships? It's okay
Do
to
you?
generalize. Well, if it wasn't, why would anyone ever bother giving relationship advice? Don't you have to have look for certain patterns to know how to like?
Is that why you're asking?
Yeah.
To look for a different pattern?
Well, in other words, I'm saying like if you couldn't generalize about men and women in relationships, why would there be?
Couldn't generalize in
If you couldn't generalize about what men and women want in relationships, obviously there's exceptions, right? But if you weren't like general things that like men and women looked for, why would there be best-selling books called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, which generalize, or people ask about somebody's zodiac sign, which generalizes, right? Like when you say Scorpios act like this and Geminis act like this, is that not generalizing?
Is there a problem with generalizing?
No. I don't think there's a problem with generalizing. I'm asking you if you think that there's a problem with generalizing. Do you think generalizing is okay?
Do you?
Well, I mean, if you want to interview me, I'm just asking these questions.
Well, I think the questions are so vague in that there's so many sanctions of relationship in the world that you're asking a crowd that is heterosexual, and it just like...
Well, I'll give you an example, okay? I acknowledge that there's exceptions. Like, for example, there are some women who will date short guys, but don't most women have a preference for a guy who's taller than them?
Disagree.
So you don't think there's such a thing as most, or, you can't say most people want this? Like, a lot of women are attracted to confidence. A lot of people say that.
Confidence is different than height.
Okay, but is that not generalizing? People generally want confidence, right?
I think that a woman could...
Well, just people in general like confidence, right?
I'm a woman, interested in men, so I can only speak to that.
Sure.
I think that it is generalizing to say before I'm in a relationship or dating that I could say, yes, I'm into tall men.
Okay.
And then I meet someone shorter than me and I fall in love, and that generalization cancels out.
I didn't say that there aren't exceptions. I said there's exceptions. But I'm saying...
So the conversation is irrelevant.
Well, the exception...
We can't talk about generalizations until we're in this situation, and the generalization, and it cancels out.
But at the same time...
So it's not fair to put on camera and to hold me to a word of generalization until there are exceptions. And I can say that women prefer tall men until they meet someone short and they fall in love, and that's okay.
I acknowledge that. What I'm saying is, does the exception make the rule?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying just because some women might prefer a short man doesn't mean that most women don't have a preference for taller men.
Well, that's statistics that are outside of my ability to talk to.
That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking your opinions. Like I said, yeah.
I'm not willing to put my opinion on camera. I'm consenting to this interview.